Hello and welcome to Prêt Radio. Today you're here with me, Eva Hutchin. And this week I'm going to be discussing Place to Be's Children's Mental Health Week, running from the 6th to 12th of February 2023. So that was Monday to Sunday this week. And I'm going to be discussing the amazing author, Victoria Williamson. So, two of her books will be what I'm discussing today. The first being The Fox Girl and the White Gazelle, and the second being The Boy with the Butterfly Mind. So, as well as these being amazing books to showcase children's mental health, they also have very diverse characters. All of the children have something different, and it's a contrast between the two. And mainly by how they become friends, or how they're enemies throughout the book, or how they go against each other. So, we'll talk about The Fox Girl and the White Gazelle first. So, of course, I already said that it is wrote by Victoria Williamson. Now, might I add that these covers are absolutely beautiful. The art is gorgeous. Okay, so, I'm going to give you a read of the blurb, because I can't tell you too much, because I don't want to give you spoilers when you read it. So, here goes. She is the fox, I am the white gazelle. Together, we can outrun anything. Rima feels completely lost. She'll never call this strange country with its grey skies and boring food home. Syria is her home, and it's 1,000,000 miles away. Kaylin feels completely alone. She's looking after her useless mum, stealing from other kids so she can eat. She can't tell anyone, they'll only let her down. The refugee and the bully. Rima and Caitlin can't imagine being friends until a shared secret brings them together. So, throughout this book, you learn more about the characters, great character development. And so Rima, as it says, she's a refugee. She's had to move into a new house, a new school, and it's just a completely different environment for her. And Kaylin lives in this awful environment where her mum is completely useless. She doesn't help, and she has to take from kids to take money and stuff so she can feed herself. But she's a really nice person, but she acts like a bully to everyone else, but she's really good inside. It's just her way of taking care of herself because she can't do anything else. And she feels that everybody will let her down because all she's got is her mum, and currently she's letting her down right now. So, yeah, and it's great because it'll have great character development through the book. And I've read both of these books, and they're wonderful, and she is a brilliant author. Okay, let's move on to The Boy with the Butterfly Mind. So, as I've said already, Victoria Williamson, and I will read the blurb here as well. Since her dad left, Elin has strived to be perfect. She has convinced herself that if she is the tidiest, the most helpful, and the most hardworking she can possibly be, her dad will leave his fake family and come back to live with her and her mum. Jamie is chaotic, unpredictable and impulsive, but is hoping that the move to America with his mum and her partner will give him the fresh start he thinks he needs. When Ellen and James are thrown together by circumstances they cannot control, the results are complicated, messy and seem doomed to end in carnage, until a mean-spirited trick leads to unexpected outcomes. The complexities of family divided by breakup and reformed as blended versions of themselves will have been experienced by many readers. Ellen and Jamie's story does not belittle their feelings of rejection and betrayal, but show how adaptation and compromise might smooth the path to be different, but worthwhile family dynamic. The depiction of ADHD, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, is both sensitive and honest, and Williamson's qualifications and experience in working with children with additional needs are self-evident. A compelling and effective book about acceptance, openness, mental health, and the intricacy of family dynamics. Now, that, a little bit at the end there was, I think, wrote by Book Trust, but most of that was about the actual blurb. Okay, so, as it's already said, Jamie himself is chaotic, unpredictable, and impulsive, and this is caused by his disorder, ADHD. So he goes through a lot of difficulties, and almost similar to Kaylin, because she can't help the way she acts. Obviously, there are completely different situations, but the way they have to do these things is similar. Like, Jamie, obviously, his brain is wired that way, and that's the way he reacts to situations. But whereas Kaylin does these things because she feels she needs to, not because she has to, almost. Sorry, just a wee thing that I realised there. And then Ellen, she works so hard to be perfect for somebody that's never going to come back. I mean, her dad isn't obviously not going to leave his fake family because he's found this new family. But she still wishes that could happen because you want your family back. If your dad leaves, you want him to come back with your mum and you can be this picture perfect family. So those two are thrown into a situation together. And kind of have to learn to like each other, I guess, through adaptation and compromise, as the website says, which is, both of these books, I would say, are a really good representation as how you can learn to be better, and you can have great character development, and you can compromise in situations. But yeah, both of these books are about character development. It's how the 4 different kids in these books learn to have friends, family, work with their environment that they have to deal with, or fix the environment they have to deal with, compromise with the environment they have to deal with. But they're just gorgeous. I might add that on the front of the covers, the Fox Girl and the White Gazelle has this amazing mandolin sort of thing around the edges, and there's silhouettes of the 2 girls, and then there's a gazelle and a fox, and it's all blues and black and white. And then the Boy with the Butterfly Mind has butterflies on the outside, and the title in white, same with the Fox Girl and the White Gazelle, and silhouettes of Ellen and Jamie. And I think that both of these titles are meant to almost be a metaphor or word choice towards the characters in the book and how their brain is wired and how they act in the book. But yeah, they're just gorgeous, yeah. The book I actually have here was actually donated to the library by Victoria Williamson. She's been to the school. So, yes, would completely recommend these books, and they are wonderful and a great way to diversitise your mind, and it completely takes you into the book, and it's so easy to empathise with them and think about how they could act differently in a situation, or how they couldn't really do anything else in a situation. It's just wonderful because the books are just gorgeous and they have great endings, great middles, great beginnings. Yeah, and also throughout the book they have each chapter goes back and forth between the 2 characters in the book, so you see each other's point of view. So it's not just straightforward one way. There's always 2 sides to a situation. Anyway, sorry, got caught in a rabbit hole there. So these books are wonderful. I would completely recommend them. And this wraps up today's episode for Place to Be's Children's Mental Health Week. And to add, I am going to be starting my training for Radio North Angus as a volunteer for the Schools Out programme. So soon, Prêt Radio will be on the radio. Thank you. See you next time. Bye.